1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thanks for checking out the lesson here for Banks of the Ohio in the key of G. I've created 2 arrangements for this tune, and they both will involve lots of cross picking. Now, that first one, we're going to stay down in the 1st and 3rd positions, and then the second arrangement, we're going to move up on the fretboard. And again, we're going to still use cross picking. We're going to use multiple different patterns. But we're going to use lots of chord shapes, and again, just overall lots of cross-picking, all while following the melody right on the head. We're going to walk through that first arrangement right here on YouTube. We'll put the tabs on the screen and bring the camera on in. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you know when new lessons like these come out. So let's dig into this first arrangement. Thanks for watching. All right, so let's throw those first few measures up on the screen here. I'm going to play through them slowly, and then we'll break them on down. Remember, the markings below the staff are pick direction, so the staples are down, and the V shapes are the upstrokes. And we want to pay very close attention to the pick strokes here because we're doing a lot of cross picking, all right? And in order to really execute it cleanly, we really want to, almost be perfect in the right hand. So here's the first few measures. We have a pickup on beat 2. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, again, 3, 4, 1. All right, so that pickup in the first measure there starts on beat 2, a couple 8th notes on the G string, open, and then a quarter note on the G string, and then 2nd fret G. So 2 and 3, 4, and then we're gonna shift up to the 4th fret. You see the little slide there in measure 2, from the 2 to 4, and then we're gonna make this shape right here. We're making a G chord, but it's an F shape. I often refer to it as an F shape because that's kind of the way it is in its native position. And so we're taking that shape, which we'll be using a lot, and I cover a lot in some of my courses at the site, and then we're going to do a backwards roll through it, okay? So it's going to start with a quarter note and then consecutive 8th notes to finish the measure. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and so E, B, G, E, B, G. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then the 3rd measure will end on that high E 3rd fret again. Back to the G string, 4th fret there, couple 8th notes, down to 2, open G, and then measure 4 we get to the D chord. We're gonna just finger a regular old D and land on the 2nd fret of the G string is where the melody is, and then we're gonna do the same roll through the D chord. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Again, a backwards roll. You can sit around and do these rolls in these shapes just as practice to get comfortable in the right hand. It takes, if you're not used to doing cross picking, it can take a lot of time to really hone in and master. Fortunately, this tune's not too fast, so we've got some leeway there, but really have to just practice measures over and over again to master that right hand with this cross picking. So let me play all 4 of those in context one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, next 4 measures, carrying on here. 2, ready, go. All right, so we're going from a D into a D7 and then back to a G. And again, just lots of that backwards roll throughout this whole first arrangement here. So you really want to master that roll, or get at least very comfortable with it, right? So measure 2, we finished the roll. Or I'm sorry, measure 5, we finished the roll on the 2nd fret of the E, okay? And then we go back to the G string. 2 eighth notes and a quarter note, 2 and 3, then open B, and then we get into our D7 chord. We play the 1st fret B, and then we do the roll again. So quarter note on the B string, and then E, B, G, E, B, G. In measure 7, we land on the 2nd fret of the high E again. So not much movement in the left hand, right? A lot of the work is done in the right hand, you know, for not all of it, but the rolls, of course, and the melody sits right within the chord. So again, we don't have to move a whole lot. So measure 7, and then 1st fret, a couple eighth notes there on the B string, and then 3rd fret, B string, quarter note, and then back to 1. And then we slide back up to the 4th fret and make this G chord and do the backwards roll. And we'll end it here on the lower octave. This is a G note right there on the 5th fret of the D. So let me do those 4 measures in context now. So 1, 2, ready, go. 1. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Let me play the first 8 bars for you. You can hear it all go by. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Me to measure 9. Okay, so let's keep moving on here. The next 4 sound like this. More backwards rolling. Backwards roll through the C chord. I missed 1 note in there, but yeah. Same roll, same strings even there. So measure 9, we were right here, and we're gonna land on the D string, 5th fret, and that's a G note, so, and then we're gonna strum the chord, and then we're gonna do a little pickup back into the melody here, so 0 on the B, 1st on the B, and then I'm gonna shift up with that 1st finger, and then make that same shape again, so 1, 2, and 3, and 4, same backwards roll as we've been doing. And then here we're going to kind of move out of that and do a little lick, right? So 3-5 hammer on the B string, back down to 3, a quarter note there, and then 4-2 slide on the G string, and then open G. And then measure 12, we land on a C chord, and I'm going to pick the 1st fret of the B string, and then do the same backwards roll through it. So again, you can choose any of these chords or shapes and practice that backwards roll in the right hand. See how clean you can get it. See if you can work up a little speed to it. You know, it requires a little bit of touch in the right hand. So all 4 of those in context. 2, ready, go. Keep missing that high E in the 12th fret, or the 12th measure. One more time, ready, go. Sounds so much better when I get it. And then moving on to the last 4 of this arrangement, essentially. They sound like this. 2, ready, go. I went on to measure 17 there, not on the screen. So again, we're still on the C chord. We're going to finish out. Again, this is the last 4 of the arrangement or the progression. And, you know, we came from the cross picking. And then we're going to land on the 2nd fret D string there. And you should really already be there. You should already kind of have your hand in that C chord shape. The C chord. And we land on the 2nd fret D. We strum. Then we pick back up. Open G. 2nd fret G. And then slide up into that G chord. Do the same backwards roll we've been doing. Come back down to 2nd fret G. Quarter note there. 0, 1 hammer on the B. Open B. 2nd fret G. Measure 16. Open G. And then here is just to kind of fill in the space. We're just going to walk down to the lower octave here. The melody is essentially over here. And we're just, again, filling in the space with a little guitar run. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Take it all the way down to the 3rd fret, low E, the G bass note there. So, and then 0, 2 hammer on the D, open D, 2 on the A, 0, 2 hammer on the A, and then 3rd fret, low E. Okay, very major pentatonic sounding. And then we'll have a pickup into the 2nd arrangement. Talk about that in the next video clips, and then we can do some different rolling, do some mixed rolls and so forth. So let me play through the whole thing in context so you can see it all go by, and I'll do it nice and easy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's the first arrangement for Banks on the Ohio in the key of G. Again, if you want to download the tabs for both of these and access the rest of the lessons, click the link in the description below. Otherwise, you can watch some other videos around me if you're watching on YouTube, if you want to watch some videos in the similar genre and similar style. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Till next time, take care.